Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog. Before I move on with the Game Gear version, I've come back to Bridge Zone in the Master System version, just because I wanted to show a couple of differences that I looked up and discovered for myself after beating the zone. So, we picked up from the midway checkpoint in Act 2, and as you saw just then, the extra life monitor is hidden a little bit off screen. You have to go out of your way to spot it by ducking on the platform just after it, or of course you could be lucky and happen to fall off there. Now I'm going to try to get 100 rings to avoid the bonus stage. Partly to confirm that that is indeed how it works. So the sign shows Robotnik if you haven't got the bonus stage, and as you've seen already, the exclamation mark if you have. And just like I speculated, the extra life here in Act 3 starts off screen. You have to think of going back to look for it. Well, while we're here, I'll show the boss fight, which is a little different from the Game Gear one. So there's no bridge, just these open pools of water. And just like in the Game Gear version, you have to come back into the middle and duck. Which, it can be tricky because the duck is the same move button as roll, so you can just have to tap a little to bring yourself to a standstill. And you might think that you could avoid the boss's shots easily by going up onto the high ground, but don't try that because he'll just shoot up there instead. So this is a bit of a more annoying boss than the Game Gear one because you can only get one shot in per cycle, I think. Anyway, now that we're done with Bridge Zone in the Master System, it's time to go back to the Game Gear to continue the game. So it looks like the next zone is Jungle. This is further than I've ever been before, so all of this is new to me. Catchy music though. So there's an upper and lower path here. I'll go the upper path first, but then I will go back to look at the lower path just in case there's anything important like the extra life or the Chaos Emerald. Well, I don't think either of those would be so early in the act. But there was an extra shield. Oh, there's the extra life. Ah, I fell off. I'll have to see if I can get back up somehow. Not on that side. Yeah, there was the legendary unfairness of Sonic 1. There was a shield, just in case I didn't already have one, because apparently they carry over from even between zones in this version. Anyway, these are the same platforms, so we can still get the extra life. Good to know. I should also make a habit of looking down just in case there's anything under the screen that I can't see. Oh, there is something down there. Let's have a look. So this log goes to the left. And there's the Chaos Emerald. Yeah, one rather annoying thing is you don't know whether it's going to be in Act 1 or 2, so if you get to the end of Act 1 and you haven't found it, you don't know whether you've just missed it or whether it is in Act 2. Anyway, oh no, another checkpoint. I was just going to say this should be the end of the act, but this is quite a long one, at least to the standards of this game. Another of these logs. So you just hit the left and right buttons to move while you're on it. Pretty simple. And this is the end. Oh, so we actually only get 1 minute for the bonus stage this time. I thought it was 2 minutes for all of them, but that's not true. And while we were having that look at the Master System version earlier, I decided not to show off the bonus stages from that version. It's the same type of stage, but the layouts are different. And I have mentioned this in the playthrough, but the time limits are smaller in the Master System version, making it quite challenging to get the 100 rings for the extra life. But we managed it that time. So, Jungle Act 2. We don't have to look for the Chaos Emerald anymore, but there will be an extra life monitor to watch out for. Ha! They wouldn't use the same trick twice. And there's a screen edge there, so it looks like we're going up. Well, that's interesting in itself. Upward-oriented stages are quite rare in the Sonic series. There's Sky Sanctuary from Sonic 3. Jumped all the way across those spikes and there's nothing on the other side. Yeah, I don't know how many rings are available in the stage, so I'm going to try to be careful to get rings to get up to 50 for the bonus stage. And of course, to, as the Genesis Lemmings would say, watch right and left. You never know where that extra life might be. Oh, there it is. Don't think I can get to it from this side, so go over. Quite tricky this. Oh, very tricky with the double row of spikes, but we got it. Ah, well. No bonus stage for me. That's okay. I don't know if you noticed when we were in the last bonus stage, but it was a variation on the very first one we saw. So I think they're going to... I think that's the pattern of the bonus stages from now on. Well, the physics are really slippery for some reason. So the next bonus stage will be a repeat of the second one, and so on. Ooh, that's a nasty hidden spring there. This must be it. Yeah, that's the top. No bonus stage. So, one thing I don't think I've mentioned, although of course you have seen it, is that none of the bosses in this game have rings in their levels. Just taking a look, there's the extra life. How do I get back up here? Okay, taking a running jump worked. Not really sure why that should go higher instead of further. Here's the boss. Okay, so avoid both the boss and these projectiles. There we go. And don't fall off after beating the boss. That would be a rather unfortunate way to die. So that was Jungle Zone. See you next week for whatever comes next.